Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the BenchCast. And I'm joined with the usual crew today. What's up, everybody?
Uh,
Hi.
Who's
How's it
that?
going?
It was kind of like,
Sound like Birdo.
I am Birdo.
I thought you were DK today.
Oh, that's true.
With your Colgate smile.
That's true. That's me.
that rapist Kogan smile.
What?
Okay, and today we're going to talk about a lot of the recent Nintendo announcements of upcoming games. We have the new Super Smash Bros. On 3DS and Wii U, and we have Mario Kart 8, among others, maybe. But those are the two major things we're going to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Uh,
How?
I guess we could start out with Mario Kart 8 since they just had a Mario Kart 8 Direct yesterday. Well, I don't. Well, whenever this is
A few days
uploaded,
ago. Yeah.
it was very
uploaded.
recently.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it was the
recently.
30th. Wait, that was yesterday.
They didn't even
Yeah.
they didn't make an announcement about it either. It's just kinda like, here, have a direct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
just
out of the
kind of
blue.
happened.
Hmm
Which is good, I think, on that one.
It was better than their previous one because if you remember, the last one actually went live like at 3 a.m. I think
Uh,
Eastern.
It did?
Yeah, well, it came out in Japan like in the morning over there, but for us it was like super early.
Oh yeah.
So it was like when I woke up, I watched the direct. So I was like, oh, okay. But not today's direct, yesterday's direct, they had uh, pretty much the whole roster. I think, unless there's hidden characters, they haven't said anything about that yet. But I would think there are.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
And what do you guys think
Hope
of the
so.
roster?
Much better than
Uh,
7, in my personal opinion.
Well,
But
half
better
of them
than
are pretty much.
7, but
the Koopaling's taking up so many spots. It's,
Oh my god.
yeah.
that and we got like a pink gold
Oh my
peach
god.
now.
I was
How
sh-
unnecessary.
I was
I don't
shocked.
even like Metal Mario, and
I
I
know.
don't.
Yeah, he's
And I
back
mean,
too.
Metal Mario is actually a character. Like, you get
Yeah,
the
he's
metal
back.
cap from Super Mario 64, but when was there ever a pink gold Peach? Where did she come from? She
No.
wasn't in a game.
Nope.
And they just made her up.
Kind of like Baby Rosalina.
Yep,
Well,
that
Right.
was another one.
the babies I kind of understand because they need lightweight characters, but I would
They
have rather
could
seen like
they could have used Boo and Diddy Kong. And we have
yeah,
Yeah.
yet to see those two guys.
I think
Right.
Diddy
yeah.
Kong
Or
is
a
in.
Boo. A Bowser Boo, not even. Jr. Where's he?
Johnson.
Come on.
Jr.
Yeah, I think they pushed him out of the way for the Koopalings. I mean,
But he's still very he's the best.
Yeah.
He is awesome.
Mm.
I'm telling you, a Boo, not a Boo from Aladdin, but
Oh,
ABOO, and then Diddy Kong. Where's Diddy Kong, yo?
I
He
thought he
might be
was
a
in
new
it.
character, hopefully.
um,
Oh,
actually, a
that's
Nintendo magazine in Europe said Diddy Kong was in it. He was like in a feature, but they actually jumped the gun and they were like, actually, we don't know if he's in the game.
oh no.
Like the picture they used was like from Tropical Freeze or something like that.
Um,
Hmm. Telling you.
so they're never to be trusted again.
I
Well,
think. Oh, good.
I was just saying, like when we were going through all this, when Jesus mentioned Boo, off the tail of the year of Luigi, why not King Boo or
Yeah,
Egad?
Oh,
Oh, that's true.
Or you
Oh,
get.
yeah, John said that too, right?
that'd be
He
Yeah.
meant
interesting.
Egad.
Egad would have been pretty cool.
That would
I
have
think
been
he would have been a pretty cool lightweight.
cool.
Just
Yeah.
hearing his voice.
I kind of want to see
Hmm.
some new characters in Mario Kart, but characters that
Yeah.
actually like exist in
hmm
other games.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those Koopalings took like 20 spots. I was like, whoa.
Yeah,
Jeez.
honestly, I actually like them. I mean,
It's
hmm
yeah, it's cool that they're there. It's just
Yeah.
kind of like, does
yeah,
that kill like the spots for like a lot of other
It
characters?
yeah.
seems that way from what we've
Well,
seen so far.
I don't feel like they're taking the spots as bad as the metallic characters and the
Yeah.
three baby princesses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And even Toadette is back, and you guys know how much I like Toadette.
Mhm.
Yes.
But I feel like she is not as important as some of these
Yes.
that have been left out. Because
That's
even
true.
Birdo's more important than she is. I mean,
Mhm.
Birdo. Birdo's not there. Birdo's
Oh,
not there.
right. No, she's not.
Yeah,
Oh.
they haven't shown Birdo at all. I think she might be out. I mean, unless she's a hidden character, but I'd be surprised if she was.
Who
Yeah.
knows?
Right. Last time we saw her was Double Dash.
We.
We.
We. Oh yeah.
she's
Right.
kind of forgettable, to be
Yeah.
honest with you.
I don't think
Sorry
anyone
about that.
chooses her regularly.
Maybe that's why.
I do.
Sorry.
When I want to torture myself. She's really not that good in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Berto.
She's still kind of like, I mean, I appreciate her for her old school presence because she's
Yeah.
really the only one who was like originally in this old school like old game and never brought back again except for sports titles and racing games.
Yeah,
Right.
there's been a few other appearances, but nothing like in the main games like 3D World or
Yeah.
Right.
New Super Mario Brothers games. Yeah, she's only been in like spin-offs basically.
Like Daisy.
Yeah, Daisy. Actually, she's only been in one main game. That was
Yeah.
like
Hmm. Forever ago.
Uh-huh.
Super Mario Land.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The game where she could have easily just jumped to a rocket that was like 2 feet to the right the entire
Mhm.
time. Okay. But
Spoilers for anybody who hasn't. It's been out for years though, so I
you'll
mean,
be alright.
Yeah, I would hope everybody played it. If not, you should definitely do it.
all those kiddos out there who didn't.
But in the direct, they actually showed off a lot more of the vehicles.
Ooh.
You guys think of those because they have carts, bikes, and ATVs now.
Hmm.
I'm not sure if ATVs are considered bikes, but
I think that
I
was
wasn't
just
sure.
the tires
I-
that made them that
maybe
way.
Oh yeah,
I was gonna maybe yeah. Mm, It's good that they balanced it out though.
Oh, yeah,
Like
yeah.
they were saying,
Yeah.
because
bikes were extremely overpowered compared
Yes.
to carts. You were actually at a disadvantage if everybody was using bikes and you had a cart.
Mhm.
it was
Unless
like
you got lucky with items.
nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I'll say is I cannot wait to use Yoshi on that Yoshi bike.
Yeah, oh, the Yoshi reception. Yeah.
Yeah. That
They
is gonna be
should.
me all day, every day, except when I use that car that looks like a cat.
I don't know. I'm gonna bring
Yeah,
back
the Peach Cat.
Wiggler.
Oh, yeah.
Wiggler. I like Wiggler. Wiggler, a pretty good character.
Yeah, it looks like they kept the building mechanic from Mario Kart 7, which was nice. I did
Yeah.
like the fact
Yeah.
that everybody can use pretty much every cart.
Mhm.
Like there wasn't
I like
exclusive
that.
ones. And then
It'll be funny to see Bowser in one of those. What are those little bug things
oh yeah,
called?
oh man, I know what you're talking about. Those little ladybug looking things.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
can't remember, but I know exactly what you're talking
I
about.
might have to use that combination a lot.
That'll look ridiculous.
I'm looking at the character roster now online, and it looks like oh wow, there's a lot of lightweight characters because it's all the babies and pretty much all the small characters.
Mhm.
There's 10. There's 13 of those.
Whoa.
There's 7 medium weights and then
Ah.
Whoa.
9 heavyweights. And then your me
Whoa.
is it depends on how big your me is.
Oh wow, there are a lot.
Hmm.
Wow.
Why are there so? I mean, I thought maybe they included the babies because there weren't enough lightweight, but it sounds like they have
Too
plenty of
many.
lightweight characters.
Exactly.
They could have kicked out the babies and had like an even number.
Right.
Wow.
Is Koopa back? Can
Yeah,
you
he
play
is.
as Koopa? Okay.
Yes.
Koopa Troopa, yes, is
I know
back.
that's lightweight.
Mhm.
Lakitu's pretty cool.
Did they
Shy
bring
Guy.
Lakitu back?
Yeah, he's in it.
Yes.
Okay.
Shy Guy, yeah.
I think wait, who's they had who were the new characters in 7? It was Lakitu, Shy Guy, kind of and
Wiggler,
Wiggler,
Honey
okay, so they didn't bring
Queen.
those two back. Okay.
And Metal Mario.
Oh, yeah, he's back.
I'm just glad they didn't bring. Yeah.
That was kind of like, same character, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, all the like, I guess variations. I'm just like.
Clones. I mean, I guess with Metal Mario and Pink Gold Peach, they're heavy instead of middleweight. But
Mhm.
It's
But we
still,
could have had Wiggler and Honey Queen.
yeah,
oh,
exactly.
that's
Right.
true. You could have had Wiggler,
They were both
maybe
heavy
even
in 7.
King Boo, even.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or King Boo,
Because he was
or
considered heavy in Double Dash.
Yeah.
yeah.
Petey Piranha.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not.
That-
He's kind of there, but
Yeah.
it's still it's still different than
That might have been
the
weird with
variation.
the new Piranha Plant item, like
Oh,
PD
Oh, yeah.
holding like
Not
an
sure.
underling. We're going to take over the world.
I wonder
Piranha
if that's how
plant
Koopa Troopa
domination.
feels when he throws a Koopa shell.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, my brother.
You as he speeds forward, you see this single tear just coming towards the screen.
I'm
He
actually
takes out
looking
a
at.
tissue.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm looking at the cart list or like the vehicle body list, and
Mhm.
Wow.
uh, on this site they put ATVs separately, but it doesn't look. They only have 3 listed. No, I mean I'm sure there's more, but
Mm.
I'm looking at it too. I see it.
I'm
There's
sure
this.
like they're not separate from carts, but like maybe they have like a higher off-road
yeah,
stat or something.
that's what it made it seem like in the
Yeah.
US.
Yeah, there's actually quite a bit of carts this time.
And they have mad wheels too compared to 7, and then the gliders. I thought it was great in the um direct. They had the waddle wing
Oh my
from
god, I
Super
want
Mario
that.
Brothers U.
mm.
I
That
want
was
that so
hilarious.
much.
I actually think I might use that a lot. They also had the double clouds too as one.
They have a Wario wing.
I didn't see that in the direct, but I see
I
that in
saw
the
it.
list.
I see it in the list, but that's interesting. It's funny.
Wow, they have a lot of stuff. I sure hope though that the timer is set so that you can shuffle through all the
Oh yeah.
bodies in the time,
That'd be so
because
annoying.
I don't know how many times I've been stuck without being able to choose what I
Oh
wanted
yeah.
and
Yeah.
Mhm.
Tire wise, yeah.
What do you guys think of the new items and stuff like that?
I like them.
I
Oh,
think the boomerang flower looks really
yeah,
cool.
that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I mean,
Chucking
well,
at
for you,
everyone.
Troll.
not getting hit by it. Oh, what'd you say, Jesus?
Oh no, I was just saying how fun it looks
Mhm.
Mhm.
in a crowd of people.
Mhm.
Oh, I wonder if you could throw it backwards. That
Uh,
would be fantastic. Just
yeah.
I'm
backwards.
not sure, but that would be really helpful. I mean,
Yeah.
that'd be kind of mean too, but it
But
would
it'd be
be good
fun.
as a defensive weapon too. Like if a shell's coming, you throw it backwards, it explodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest one is the super horn as of
Yes.
right now.
Oh yeah, that looks really cool.
Yeah, they revealed that you can block a blue shell with it,
Mhm.
but
Holy
it,
stank.
yeah, it leads to the question like I would imagine that's not something you get in first place. That's something you have to
No.
hold on to.
No. Yeah.
So there's kind of a strategy with it. It's like, do I hold on to this just in case there's a blue shell, or do I get rid of it so that I could pick up like
Ugh,
another mushroom or
Yes.
something?
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Strategery.
It
Yeah.
makes me
Unless
wonder.
it's
Yeah, I wonder. I would think it might be like the mid
Hmm. Yeah, it
Yeah.
kind
definitely
of
seems.
range. Like maybe if you're like third,
Yeah,
fourth, fifth, around that area.
yes.
Maybe, yeah.
it seemed like
It's
that because like since it goes all around you, it wouldn't make sense to have it like in first
or
because
Hmm.
last.
Right.
It's kind of
or
sucks if
last.
it's
Yeah,
last too.
Yeah.
Just like no, you don't need a super horn. You're gonna hit anyone.
I'm sure they'll give it to you in last though. It's like God damn it.
Hmm.
Yeah, or like the lightning cloud. Someone gets that last. That's just. I'm
Yeah.
happy they took. Did they take that out?
Yes.
Am
Yeah.
I
Yes.
the
It's
only one
gone.
that actually
It's gone
wanted to
forever.
come back?
No,
Yes.
No.
probably. Actually,
You
no.
know, if it did come back, I would hope that they have like. Well, no, you can. I think you can do that when you customize your community. Like, I think you might be able. Well, you know what? Maybe not. It'd be cool if you can change so certain items didn't show up like that, for example. Like, I
Yeah.
wouldn't turn off any in this game, but if they had that
Uh,
lightning club, like I turned that off.
Yeah.
I turned that shit off, dude.
Yeah, and they showed the Crazy Eight, which is
Ah.
exactly the same as Lucky Seven, but with the addition of a coin.
Yeah.
Why
That
did
was
they?
kind of
They
a
just
push.
added a coin, which I
Yeah.
guess it's kind of weird.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
kind of useful since coins do boost your speed, but at the same
Mhm.
time,
But
really,
if you've got a 10 by that time, you're just like, well, I've got a coin.
Yeah.
anyone
Woohoo.
want it?
Or
But
like
I
if
guess,
someone like runs into it, it's like, well, there goes my coin.
Yeah.
At least it's not your star though.
actually, now that I think about it, the coin itself wasn't an item in Seven, right? It was just something you
No.
picked off the
No.
ground.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
they brought that back from Super Mario Kart.
Yeah.
oh,
That'll
look,
probably be like a first place item where it's like,
it says,
here's your
Oh,
coin.
actually, obtaining a
oh,
coin via an item box grants the player 2 coins.
yep, I just
Mhm.
saw
Oh
that. I was
yeah.
going to mention that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I think
you
that's
get
how it
two.
was in Super Mario Kart as well,
I believe so.
because you threw them up in the air and like they landed with you.
By the way, I wanted to mention somebody in the chat, in your Twitch chat, suggested that it be called Crazy Eight, and it turns out that that person was right
Oh
before it
yeah,
was revealed. So I can't remember who it was, but they said it, and I was like, yeah, that'd be a cool name.
yeah.
And
I'm guessing
there
they
you
just
go.
added the coin just to match the 8 Really?
Yeah,
That's true.
because
They
what
could
are the
have
items
added
they
one of the new
put?
items. It doesn't have. Does it have any of the new? No, it doesn't
No, it
have a
Uh-uh.
doesn't.
single new item. They could have done like the
Boomerang.
boomerang flower or
Boomerang.
something,
Yeah.
That would
and
have
like
been
made it
fun.
only been able to be thrown once or
That's,
something.
see, that's what that would have been even better than coin. It's like, yeah, coin.
Could you imagine if they put a blue shell on the crazy egg?
Oh,
Oh my
that
god.
Oh
that
my
would be a
god.
mess.
OP, please nerf.
Yeah.
It is interesting in this game though that you hold the items out, or like with the triple mushrooms, they actually spin around your cart so they can actually be stolen now.
Mhm.
Fork.
Yeah. But the it's only the triple mushrooms. The gold mushroom you actually hold that out like in Double Dash.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Like in your hand.
Yeah, it's like well, it's just like a cosmetic thing. Before it was just like just mash the item button and like you didn't even see it, but now it's like you hold it out.
Oh, you do. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so they kind of changed how it works, or no,
Um,
or is it still like that mash? Just like,
yeah, you can still do that. It's just like cosmetic. Like you hold it out. It's like
kind of just like poop, and you're just like,
yeah, I'm squeezing
gross.
it.
Pooping all the way to first.
Hmm. I'm looking at the carts, with the like the different weight classes, and it looks like they've brought back more color differences this time.
Hmm.
Because
Oh,
last time there were a couple of carts that were, you could change the color depending on the character, but now it looks like there are multiple carts and bikes that change colors for everybody and not just the princesses.
Mhm.
oh, I just noticed that there's a cart called the Steel Driver, and it looks like a submarine, kind of like
Yeah.
Mhm.
the Steel Diver game. That's cool. Maximum.
I like the sneak art. Looks like a sneaker. The-
Oh yeah, that was the shoe one in the trailer. Okay,
yeah.
sneak art. That's just silly. All right, what do you guys think of the new courses?
They
Which
look
ones do you think are going
really
to be like the ones you like, and which ones
Oh God.
are you going to hate?
They.
I've tried to keep myself away from looking at any of them
cool.
besides like when you see the directs.
Mhm.
I try to keep myself from spoiling what they might look like because I was like, what's this? Or what's that? So, spoiler.
They look
Sweet Sweet
amazing.
Canyon
Mhm.
looks delicious.
Yeah.
And they mentioned dolphin shoals. That sounds like it would be like a pretty one.
Uh, what was that
Kind of
one?
like my Koopa cape.
Yeah, there
Oh
was
yeah.
what was that? Cheap Cheap Lagoon in 7. It
Yeah.
kind
Mhm.
of reminded me of that, but since Cheap Cheap Lagoon was pretty early on, it was in the Mushroom Cup, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is in Star Cup, so this one's probably gonna be more complex than that one because that was a really basic course
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
because of that.
I like Electrodome.
Yeah,
That
that
looks
looked
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that space one? Was that the space one?
I think
Yeah,
it's
like a nightclub looking one.
you mean
Oh,
the one like on the satellite or whatever.
yeah, that one.
I think that's the Rainbow Road
Yeah, that's what I
for
thought
8.
too.
Oh wait, yeah, I see a picture of it here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
there we
wow,
go.
it's very different from the other ones then.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this one's modern.
Yeah.
Huh.
And
Wario
the
got his own mount?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Mount
Mounts.
Wario.
This guy's going places.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was that downhill ice mountain. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow. The bike Waluigi has in that picture looks
Yeah,
pretty dope.
that looks.
Mhm.
One of the early courses that they showed actually at E3 last year was Toad Harbor, and they showed a lot of it in the past couple directs, and that one looks really cool.
Wow, look at that picture.
Yeah, I think that's going to be one of my favorites.
I like Shy Guy
Did you
Falls.
Yeah, I
see
was about
the
to say that.
thing in the background? Looks like Peach is like the Statue of Liberty,
Oh, which
holding a
course?
star. Toad Harbor.
Toad Harbor.
Oh, let me take a look at that.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's so
that's
cute.
awesome. Yeah, I'm looking at the picture for the Shy Guy one. Wow, that that shot with Bowser and the Koopalings looks amazing.
Yeah, it
And what's
does.
interesting is they're probably gonna throw items at each other right after that.
for
They're
for
like all
some
united.
reason, For some reason, whenever I was watching whenever I was watching gameplay of Shy Guy Falls, it didn't ever click with me that they were actually going down the waterfall.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So this whole anti-gravity thing is kind of just taking me for a spin. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be cool. There's gonna be a lot of fun parts with the anti-gravity.
Hmm.
I mean, when they were talking about the direct, they were like, okay, we've taken Mario Kart, on the road, in the air, underwater, and now they're like, let's
Everywhere.
take them upside down. Yeah, everywhere.
I kind
Uh,
of wonder how often when you bump into people in that gravity thing will work out for someone.
Oh yeah, the
Oh
little
I'm
yeah.
boost.
still kind of curious about how like racing will it really affect? Like, do you have to be behind and then push them and then you'd get the boost, or do you have to be on the side,
it
or
looks
like
like you just
what?
touched them.
Yeah, and
Right,
it seemed like any contact.
Yeah.
right. I kind of wonder if I bump into someone, would I get the boost more than they would, or is it like
Yeah.
I'm still kind of wondering about how
Oh
that works exactly.
Mhm.
yeah.
Um, One thing about the retro courses, they made them look so good that I couldn't even tell they were retro.
Oh yeah.
Like
Hmm.
the Rainbow Road, I thought
Great.
that was a new Rainbow Road. It's like, no, it's in
Uh-huh.
the 64. I was like,
Yeah, there's
Look
so
at
much
that.
more detail now
yes.
Mhm.
because it's on like an HD console. If you look at Yoshi Valley,
Mm.
it's like almost unrecognizable because
Oh
Yeah.
my
if you remember on the
God.
64, it was just like a big barren canyon.
Yeah.
I didn't even see
Even
that one.
Music Park, that's just from Mario Kart 7, but they like made it look,
Oh
even
wow.
better.
Completely
Yeah,
new, even.
clamped
I
up.
wonder if they'll keep that whole like question mark thing in Yoshi Valley.
Uh,
I wonder.
Probably not. I think
Oh.
I remember reading about why they did that. I guess it's because there's so many turns and like uh, I don't know. I did read something about that. I know what you're talking about, but
It was like the game could not keep up with who was in first.
yeah,
Like it just couldn't register it.
yeah,
Oh,
it just got
interesting.
lazy. I mean, well, not lazy, but that was pretty much the best that could be done. Maybe
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Kind of archaic.
Toad's Turnpike.
they changed
And
that a lot.
oh my
Yeah.
God, that
Yeah,
should be interesting. I remember that. Mm.
I love that surfboard car in there that you
Mhm.
Yeah.
can go up and jump off.
yeah.
Which one?
It's in the picture. It's purple. It's towards the back, kind of on the
Uh,
right.
turns to right, right?
Hmm.
Ooh, I see it.
Oh,
Wow.
Sherbert Land from Double Dash.
Hmm.
What a random choice.
Yeah, that one and Yoshi Valley were like found by very attentive people because basically actually James told me about it because I didn't even notice it either, but in the was it the Sunshine
Sunshine
Airport
Airport.
level
Yeah.
Hmm.
there was a sign that says like destination and like it has all the courses, well, not, it has like a list a bunch of courses and um it said Sherbet Land and Yoshi Valley. Obviously it wasn't the Sherbet Land from 64 because that was in Wii,
Mhm.
so it had to be the GameCube one, and now it's officially confirmed as of the last direct.
Oh, I love those little headlights.
Mhm.
Oh, that when you go into dark areas in this game, it just looks really good because it has
Yeah.
like everybody, all the headlights come on and stuff.
Oh my God, that HD, yo, it's gonna be
Hmm.
awesome.
I know some actually they finally have an online TikTok clock because if you guys had Mario Kart DS, that was one of the courses, one of the few courses that you can play online.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Man,
and
that's
that
pretty good
course is
course.
awesome.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah,
I can't wait to play it.
So
I
That's
just
my
don't
that
want
yeah.
to
was my
see all
favorite
the.
DS course, so I'm happy that it's back.
Yeah, I think that was up there for me too. Look at that picture of Donkey Kong in in DK Jungle on 3DS.
He's got that same
Tell you that
face.
Colgate smile.
Colgate smile,
Yeah,
but the rapist face. I'm
It,
sorry,
oh.
DK. He just kind of made your face, so.
I cannot wait to play with him.
So May 30th.
Yeah.
It's so
Can't
close
wait.
so far.
it's gonna be crazy. You know what? I just noticed they only have one Mario Kart Super Circuit course, the Mario Circuit.
Yeah,
Look
I
at
What's up with
noticed
that?
that.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
yet,
know.
in every Retro Cup, they have one of them is an N64 track. I just noticed that as well.
Oh
really?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, they do.
4 of them, and there's 3 3DS ones already.
Mhm.
Wow.
Hmm. I mean, a lot of people overlook the GBA game, but it's really good. Because when I first got my Game Boy Advance, that was the first game I got on it, so I played it a lot because it was the only game I had on it for probably like 5 or 6 months. I didn't get my second game until way later, but it's a good game. There's some really cool courses in it. I'm just waiting
Maybe
for them
next
to
time.
remake them. Yeah.
Yeah.
They would look Oh man, they would look so good
Right.
Yeah.
because they looked so. I mean, not to knock the graphics because I know what they could do back then, but man, it would look a million times better.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
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 Remade. Hell yeah. And there's there's a lot of GBA courses that haven't been remade yet. Some really cool ones. I mean, I
Ridden
think
Resi.
some wouldn't work as well. Like they worked well in the GBA, but maybe not now. So they'd have to be really, really overhauled. But
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think they would still be interesting, even if they had to change that a lot.
It looks like they only brought back one from the SNES too.
Yeah. Donut Plains 3
Mhm.
was it?
That's
Yeah,
the only
I hated
one.
that level in Super Nintendo,
Hmm
but it actually looks like looks fine on here.
Yeah.
It's like
Now that you can go underwater.
yeah. Oh man.
Yes. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, if you guys haven't played, well, I think some of you have played the Super Nintendo one, but there was a gap in the bridge that you had to jump over, and if you didn't time it right, you went under, and like you almost you come to a complete stop when you go underwater,
Yep.
Oh
and you
my
have to hurry up
gosh.
and get out, otherwise Lakitu takes you out, and it
Yeah,
takes more time.
but the CPUs, oh, they're just
They
pros at
are
jumping.
insane.
They,
They even jump over items.
and what's interesting is if they fall in the water, they go out like instantly, like they
Oh
don't
my
lose any
gosh.
speed. Well, it
Hacks.
didn't seem like it. Yeah, exactly. Hacks. What other courses they have here? Grumble Volcano. I didn't really hate that course on Wii. I used to hate it at first, but once we started playing the game, like on the streams and stuff like that, I didn't hate it as much because we
Actually,
were
I
on it so
hated it
much.
more when we were playing it online. I loved
Yeah,
it
it was
before I
kind of
started
there
playing
for
Beyond.
I just hated it when people tried to do the shortcut.
oh the around the volcano shortcut.
Hmm
I don't think
And I
anybody
would
did
I would
that.
used to park myself online at right where the jump was and just sit there, and they couldn't do it. I say, no, you're gonna drive like everybody else.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I mean, I don't think they'll have any like exploits like that. I mean, you never know, but it seems like they're putting more time and effort into this than any other Mario Kart game.
Yeah. Well, and plus they can patch it if it's not right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be much faster to patch it on here
Mhm.
too, because they could do like, oh, I mean, they have updates on the 3DS, but they're not as frequent. Or I mean, it takes probably more time on there than on the Wii U.
They do
Yeah.
need to bring back Wario's Gold Mine though.
No.
I
No.
am so disappointed that we don't get.
Ew. Stop. This
Maybe.
is over. This podcast is over.
Oh my
Oh my
god,
gosh.
I
maybe
mean,
Shy Guy Beach then. Shy Guy Beach is pretty
Oh,
good.
that wasn't that bad.
well,
But
yeah,
they already did that.
yeah, that was on the
Yeah.
GBA, so that.
Oh yeah.
Jokes.
But I mean, if they brought back Wario's Goldmine, I'd be okay with it if they overhauled it. Because I mean, on the Wii, I didn't hate it, but it was just like,
I hated it.
eh.
I loved it.
We
Ew.
know someone who did love it though, for real.
Hollenberg.
Brr.
So what's the replacement course here? There's no mine, I don't think.
Um, Mount Wario.
Your Wario Stadium.
Or Bone Dry Ruins, I guess that's the closest like appearance wise. But yeah, maybe one of the Wario.
Maybe Dry Ruins.
Oh yeah, that
Oh,
one too. Yeah.
I wonder if yeah, that's the one with the tornado in it, didn't it?
Yeah, they
Giant
there was
hole.
also a whirlpool with quicksand that had a piranha plant in it. They took that out. So it's just like if you go in it, you just like sink in the middle.
Oh,
You'll get eaten.
boo! That would have been funny to see someone just get eaten by a piranha. That's my cynic talking though.
Yeah, I don't remember if the tornadoes in. I can't remember seeing gameplay with that, but I that was like the thing I remember most getting eaten because I that happened to me quite a few times.
One thing I'll mention here. I know I told some of you what I thought about it, but when I was watching some of the gameplay of it and I heard the music, I thought too many of them were kind of cutesy. You know what I mean? Like too many of the songs were just cute. And I kind of wish that some of them, like what is this one? Thwomp Ruins was more dark, kind of like Grumble Volcano, because I know that music is kind of dark
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
compared to everything else. But nope, it's cute too. It's just, I mean, the music isn't bad. It's just some of it doesn't really fit that
I
well.
I do appreciate that it's being performed by a live band. I think it
Yes.
sounds
Oh yeah, it
fantastic.
sounds awesome.
I
Super
hope
sexy.
Yeah, I hope Nintendo does that regularly with like their major releases because I mean they did it with like Skyward Sword and Super Mario 3D World
Yeah.
and it's a really big difference. It just shows that there's more like thought and production put into it. Not to knock like the synthesized tunes or whatever, but it sounds like better, I think.
Nintendo release the soundtrack, please, and thank you.
Yeah, I would that would be cool. I mean, they did one well they did like a sampler CD for Skyward Sword and then they released officially the 3D World one, not for US though, only in Japan and Europe. But yeah, a soundtrack like this would be good to listen to like driving.
But would it be safe? You're just like
Probably
so
not.
into.
Well, we
You're
won't
just
know
like
until we try. No,
driving down the road, and you're like, I could just like bump in this car and take that speed boost and boom.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I have a lot of well on my old iPod. I don't really have it anymore. Well, I have it, but I don't use it. But I had a lot of video game music and like I had like Mario Kart and F Zero and stuff like that. And when some of those songs came on, it's just like, yeah,
Gotta go fast.
yeah,
Yeah.
You're just like, I could run over this kid and he might give me coins.
yeah.
It's just like, whoa, calm down
My
Oh
feet would
man.
get 10 times heavier
Here
on
comes
the
the
pedal.
blue shell. Oh wait,
there.
police
You're
car.
just like speeding off. You're just like, it's the blue shell, no.
Oh, a ramp! I can get a trick off of
Oh,
that. Yeah.
yeah, trick.
Don't forget, John. You can do a trick.
Oh god.
It'll save you 0.3 seconds.
Ooh, a body of water. That's a shortcut.
It's like,
Oh,
that's okay. My car will just transform to where I can breathe underwater.
Right?
okay. Some drowning noise. Oh, I'm actually reading about this now. In Dry Desert, in 8, the tornado's gone too. I
Oh,
would imagine that would
boo.
be kind of like, um,
Difficult. That's
yeah,
fair.
I guess, yeah, because I mean, people could be like, oh, I'm just gonna like stay in this tornado, or like I'm just gonna stand here and push people into it.
Oh my
And,
gosh. That
Mm.
would have been annoying.
But it was fun just driving into it when I played that.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
It
fun.
was like, wee, just poof, go.
Was it stationary back then, or did it move
It
It,
moved.
around?
it moved.
I
Oh,
think
okay.
it moved it. Yeah, it had like a set path.
Yeah. But because they took that out, it's kind of makes the course seem a little dull. Because that's really the only thing I remember about Dry Desert.
Yeah.
Well, except the updated graphics.
But that's a given.
What was the one on the Wii, the desert one? Not the retro one, but
Dry Ruins.
Ruins. Yeah, I didn't like that one.
Yeah, it wasn't that great.
I thought it was stupid at that big jump at the end. If somebody bumped you to the side, like on the
You
stairs, that was out
screwed.
of bounds.
Fuck that.
Oh man.
That would have been better with the hang gliders.
Yes.
It may have been just released a kart early, a Mario Kart early.
Uh,
Maybe that was the reason why they decided to introduce hang gliders. They're like, well, yeah, maybe we should do this.
yeah,
Jesus.
I do like that mechanic. It's pretty cool flying through the air with that. I mean, in Mario Kart 7, they had a few courses. Well, not a few. There was more than a few. Like a lot of the courses had like a hang gliding thing, but hopefully there's like a little more usage of that.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be like a giant jump like Rock Mountain, but you know, just, I, I I wouldn't mind seeing more usage of that.
Yeah, definitely.
And it looks like they did get rid of the single lap courses or the giant courses.
I was kind of hoping they
Actually,
would
there
bring
was
back one or
one.
two.
Hmm?
I was kind of hoping they would bring back one or two of them.
Yeah, actually, I think there is one, isn't there?
Is there?
Is there? Which one?
I think
Is there?
one of the new courses is. I might be wrong about that though. I could have swore I read something like that though. I might be wrong. Might have just read something else, but I thought there was something like that. Probably should have looked into it. Let's see.
Well, We'll know for sure by the end of the month.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I did like those in Mario Kart 7 too. I mean, there's what, 3 courses like that?
Yeah.
If they, I mean, just 3, that was fine with me. Let me see.
They were the glitchy ones, though. Except Rainbow Road,
Yeah, that one didn't have a shortcut as far as I, or like a
the cheap cut.
exploit. Yeah,
No,
there
it
you go.
wasn't.
Maybe there wasn't one. I could have swore I read about one though.
And,
well.
and now I'm sad face.
I'm just looking through all the pictures.
Oh yeah, what do you guys think of the deal you get when you buy and register Mario Kart 8? That free
Oh, that's amazing.
God, you'd be if you were any kind of Mario Kart fan, you'd be kind of dumb enough to skip that.
game. Yeah. It's basically like almost an
Wow.
incentive to not only drive sales, but
You get a free game
yeah, I
that'd
guess
normally
maybe
be
reward you.
around that price anyway.
For
Dude.
those that didn't see it, when you buy and register Mario Kart 8 in North America on
So
Club Nintendo, you get one of 4 downloads,
Yeah.
like free
when is it
downloads.
until July?
Yeah, till
Something like
July,
that.
right?
July 31st or something,
Mhm.
or first
No, July 31st. You're right.
31st. Okay.
You can get New Super Mario Bros. U, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD, Pikmin 3, and Wii Party
We
U.
party you.
And out of those games, the only one I don't own right now on disc is Wii Party U. So by default, I'm getting that.
Yeah.
What
It's
about the rest of you?
cool. It's oh man.
I need a Club Nintendo account because apparently none of my email addresses will work.
Oh
What?
no.
I don't know. Apparently I made one years ago, but I don't remember doing that. And
Uh-oh.
the email I made it with no longer exists.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Wah,
Well, if you had to choose, which game would you get?
I don't know. I don't own any of them. That's
Oh.
Oh, interesting. I've got Super Mario Bros. U when I got the Wii U
Mhm.
because it came with it. Legend of Zelda HD. It's like I want you so good, but I also want to try a Pikmin game.
Yeah.
I haven't tried a Pikmin game, but it's like, well, would I be more inclined to play a game I've played and finish it just to see how sexy good it looks, or a new game? Which, looking back, got tons of games I haven't played yet.
Yeah.
What about you, James?
I'm trying to think. Because, I mean, y'all know I haven't played A Legend of Zelda, but I do know a little bit about Wind Waker. And that'd be kind of nice to own, but then Pikmin, after playing that game on Nintendo Land, I kind of just want to like jump into that.
It's a little different, but some of the concepts are the same. I mean, I think if you've never played a Pikmin game before, I have the first 2, but if you started with 3, you'll be okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
They have actually in Europe, they instead of 4 games to choose from, they have 10. I don't know if you
Huh?
guys knew that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
In
What?
god.
addition to the 4 that we
Lucky
get, they also have
bastards.
Nintendo Land, Game and Wario,
Aw.
Sonic Lost World.
Gigi.
Yeah,
Mm.
Mario and Sonic at the Sochi 24 Olympic Winter Games.
Eh,
Wonderful 101 and Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate.
What
God,
the ser-
Europe, man.
Wow.
Europe,
Um,
and then they got that special deal with the
The
statue and
deal for
shirt
the Wii
too.
U.
yeah, they have a deluxe
Oh,
edition of Mario Kart 8. I almost said Wii.
Dang, Nintendo, why you hating on America?
But basically, it comes with the game and then a blue shell figurine, like a
Blue
trophy.
shell.
Yeah,
that you
And a
but
keychain.
in a keychain?
the keychain?
What?
Yeah,
I didn't know about the keychain.
Yeah, because the
God,
keychain too.
fuck,
Oh.
man.
But
Maybe I need to move to Europe, yo.
a lot of those games in Europe, like Sonic Lost World and Monster Hunter,
Mhm.
over here they were published by Sega and Capcom respectively, but over there Nintendo published those, so those are like first party for them.
Oh yeah,
But
that makes more
Ah.
sense.
yeah, that's pretty amazing though. I mean,
God,
I'm not sure why they downsized our offers. Instead of like 10, we get 4, but I guess I mean, they picked some good games out of those. They picked like, the Mario, Zelda, and then Pikmin, which isn't as well known as those, but it's still popular.
Yeah.
And Wii Party U for those who want like a multiplayer game.
Hmm.
But man, some of those games, like I actually wanted Game and Wario, but we don't get it.
We don't get it. Oh.
Yeah.
IR sad face again.
Mm.
But actually, out of all those games that they get, I'm only missing Sonic, the Olympic one, and Wii Party U,
Yeah,
and Game and Wario.
I'll probably get the Olympic one actually.
Yeah. Haven't played. Actually, I haven't. The only Olympic ones I have the one, the very first one on the Wii,
Hmm.
and then I think the first winter one on the DS. I got it for Christmas. It was so random. I got it from a relative. It's pretty neat though.
I kind of
It's like
forgot they had
download play.
that.
Yeah, pretty different. Oh, and at the end of the Mario Kart 8 Direct, I mean, we all have Wii U's here, but for those that missed it, they have a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Wii U pack that comes with the game, um, all the stuff that comes with the Wii U, a Wii Remote Plus with the Mario design, and then a red Wii wheel, a special red Wii wheel.
Oh, that way we.
Yeah, and then wait,
I think that's
oh, it
it.
says, oh yeah, that's it. And then of course you get the free game, the offer that comes with Mario Kart 8,
Oh
so
yeah,
you get something else, and it's $329.99, which is only
$20 more.
29. Yeah, more than a regular Wii U Deluxe Edition. So,
See, now I feel like I should have waited.
Wow.
What to get my Wii U?
I mean, if you add all that together, so like the game disc is $60 already.
Yeah.
The Wii remote is 40, and then the Wii wheel is 20. So that's all that stuff for just $30 more than a regular Wii U, which is a really amazing deal. I think that'll drive sales. I know the Wii U's been kind of struggling basically since launch,
Yep.
but I think
Uh-huh.
this deal will sell systems.
Yeah.
I mean, if it doesn't, then Nintendo, I think the Wii U would kind of be in trouble. But I think this will sell. That's too good of an offer.
I
The
kind of
wor-
want to pressure my sister to get one because she's like, oh, I mean, it's like hard to like get her to do it because she doesn't really have like a job and she's still a student and my mom doesn't really want to get it until an Animal Crossing comes out for it. So,
Nice.
but I think with Mario Kart 8 and Smash Brothers coming out this year that yeah, that'll help out.
Yeah, I mean, not only is Mario Kart 8 a good sales driver for the Wii U, but Smash Brothers later on too. But that's not till later this year.
Yeah.
Oh man, but that's such a good deal. Like, and I don't think any of my other relatives that don't have Wii U's already are getting one. But if they were ever interested in getting that with Mario Kart, that's the one to get.
Yeah.
I was surprised at the price too. I thought it'd be like at least 350.
Yeah, that's a really good deal
Yeah.
on it.
Oh, speaking of which, my friend just sent me a text saying that she's gonna get the Wii U bundle.
nice.
Good timing there, buddy.
We can take credit for that, even though this officially isn't uploaded yet onto YouTube, but we'll
Shh,
put on the site.
we
But
did it.
yeah.
Nintendo, you see what we did? Sponsor us.
Oh man, any other things to ask about?
Do the stamps do anything in this game?
They have the same function as they did in 3D World.
Ah,
Like you can use them on
so
Miiverse.
nothing of value. Gotcha.
Yeah, not really. Oh, actually, that's another thing. Now that you mentioned that, they have this new feature on there on Mario Kart 8 where you can take highlights from races and upload them directly to YouTube, which is pretty neat. I mean, I don't think any of us really have use for that since we have capture
No.
devices, but
Right.
Mhm.
that's local races. But that's pretty cool for anybody that wants to upload stuff to YouTube and doesn't have like a $200 capture device or whatever.
We're gonna see none but Mario Kart 8 videos for a good 3-4 months.
Yeah.
Wow.
I did read today on a Nintendo news site that any any highlights uploaded directly to YouTube will be content ID claimed by Nintendo, which some people were upset about. But I mean, if there's no commentary on it or anything like that, then
Yeah, then it does belong to Nintendo.
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, I mean, I don't think any partners would use that feature because obviously they have capture devices, but
Right.
I don't think it's a huge deal for anybody else, really.
Yeah. I wonder.
Especially since we just balls around and scream anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. But I wonder how good the quality will be because I remember with what was it, Dead or Alive 5, you could do the same thing, but the quality was craptastic. I
It was
think it was like
240p.
yeah 240p. I wonder if it'll be the same for
It
this.
might be because I know also in what was it called? I actually tested the feature out too in Street Fighter 3 Third Strike Online
Yeah.
edition or whatever. It was also like that. It was like crappy quality. It was like cell phone. Well, not cell phone quality,
Mm.
but it wasn't. It's not as good as like using a Pog or Elgato or whatever.
Right.
I uploaded some of those.
Mhm.
That was pre-Hopog.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, if it's your only option, then
Yeah.
it's not like it's unwatchable.
Right. No.
But yeah, I mean that is I guess a pretty neat feature. And plus you can when you highlight them, you can not only share it with YouTube, but you can upload it to a Mario Kart TV feature on the
Yeah.
game and like you can rate and comment and well, not subscribe, but you can post responses on Miiverse with like stamps and stuff like that.
Mm.
I can honestly say I don't know if I will you probably use it more than 5 minutes.
The highlight thing?
Yeah, I probably won't use it very much. Maybe I'll look at some of the top and see if they're funny or good.
Yeah.
Just I don't know how I'll use it. Whoops, cut off there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably something cool to share with your friends, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Um,
I feel like people would be abusing it though.
oh
Like,
yeah, yeah. It's like, oh man,
oh
check
look, I
out
threw a
this.
green shell and it missed.
Yeah.
So
Oh man,
great.
this green shell totally hit me.
It's like I checked the green shell, it came back and hit me.
You guys ready for the thunder?
Oh my gosh.
Do you want to see a magic trick?
God.
No,
Why are we
no,
still
we
at
don't.
29 days?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to jump the gun, but I think this might, just based on what I've seen so far, this might be the best one yet.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Hold on to your butts.
Yeah.
Because, man, super stoked.
I mean, there's a few games I would say that were worth it just to buy Wii U, but I think 3D World was probably the one I would say was the first one.
And
'Cause there were
that's when
some
I got
other good
mine.
games on it, but that was like the best one. But
Yeah.
this is definitely a game to buy Wii U for, especially because, you know, 3D World had only local online, but this has like a full-fledged online mode with 12 players. So
Yeah,
And it looks
so
so
much replay
pretty.
value. Yeah, and it
Oh,
looks so pretty.
this
Yeah.
looks amazing. Oh, man.
What actually I wanted to ask, what control scheme are you guys gonna use?
I have no idea.
probably the Wii remote and nunchuck. Actually,
I want to do pro
Yep.
controller.
Pro controller.
I mean, if I have one by then, maybe, but
I need to buy one, but I think I
Yeah.
would do pro controller to be more. I don't know how the Wii pad will work.
I mean, I use the Wii wheel for Mario Kart Wii, but I'm kind of like wondering if I should, because I got used to being able to drift and stuff on Mario Kart 7. I just can't do it with the Wii wheel.
Mm.
That's why I use like automatic, but I don't know.
Jeez, can you imagine trying to drift with the gyro controls in that game?
No.
No,
No, not at all.
there has not been a game that's proven to me that a gyro actually works. Just
Mm.
saying.
Yeah. Actually, I did play one. Star Fox 64 on the 3DS. That actually worked really well with gyro controls. But if I had to choose, I'd still pick the circle pad. I was like, this is pretty neat. But I'm switching back. Uh,
A pro controller is $40.
God.
yeah,
Mm.
I like using the gamepad a lot. Like if there's different control schemes on different Wii U games, I still opt for the gamepad for like 90% of the time. But yeah, I don't. The Pro Controller I think is like not made for this game, but it would probably be the most comfortable one.
Complements it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I do like on the gamepad, it'll be like the 3DS where you can see like the map on the bottom and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But I think I'll try. I think I will try out that first, and if it doesn't work out, I'm going to use the Pro Controller
Yeah.
or
Oh,
the yeah.
you can use a classic controller too.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
what I meant. Yeah, I don't have the Pro Controller. I have the classic controller.
Uh-oh, I don't
maybe
have that either.
maybe I'll use that. That's what I
Yeah.
used for Skylanders.
Hmm.
So,
I mean, it's like it's shaped just like an SNES controller, so
hmm.
it's very comfortable.
Is
Wow.
it? Oh man, yes, I need to get one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So,
mean, well, there's two different ones. There's a, I mean, they're the same thing, but the classic controller and then the Pro classic controller, that one has the grips, which
Yeah.
actually I kind of like, but I've had my regular one for a long time, so I just use that.
and classic controllers are only 20.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're only 20, right?
Dang.
Although I
Yep.
read somewhere that they discontinued making those. I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, it would kind of make sense because, it's a technically a Wii accessory,
Yeah.
but
Well, if they discontinued it, then the price might be higher then.
yeah, not much.
I see. I'm on Amazon. A bunch of these are like in the eights, maybe, but they're probably used.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like
honestly,
$8, $11, $20, $7. Not that much, but mm,
whoa, you can get, yeah, maybe they're not discontinued. Well, I could see the Classic Controller Pro in black is like $40 new, which is
Yep.
almost twice as the price that was before.
Jeez.
But you can
That's
get
I have.
um the regular one for like $11 and some change. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
But I
Huh.
already have one, so oh well.
Wow. I'll actually be able to use my classic controller for another game. Fancy that.
Yeah, not a lot of games actually on the Wii U use that. I mean, I think they were just trying to utilize the Wii remote and nunchuck more, and
Yeah.
it worked fine. I think for most games.
Oh, I was talking about in general. The only reason I
Yeah.
bought mine was because of one game I had on the Wii. That's
Which
it.
which game?
Sin and Punishment on the virtual.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Only reason I bought it.
That probably worked better with the traditional controls, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, that's the only controller I could use actually.
Mhm.
So,
Okay. What else is there to talk about? Do you have anybody have any other thoughts on the game or comments?
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Yoshi on
Yep.
Yoshi action.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
boy.
Oh whoa.
Or
Rosalina.
Donkey on Yoshi action, because I
Oh
know
my
I use
Oh
god.
Donkey Kong quite a bit.
my
Oh my
goodness.
And on that note.
god. Moving on.
Let's transition over to Super Smash Brothers on the 3DS and Wii U.
Smash.
Yeah, they had a direct um, almost a month ago, I want to say, and they revealed that the 3DS version is coming out this summer,
Smash.
and then the Wii U version comes out this winter.
Crash. Yes.
Um, I mean, are you guys getting both versions? One version?
Yes.
Yes.
Both?
Just that quick.
The
Just
3DS version and time over to the Wii U version.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm gonna get both as well. I mean, they made the 3DS version pretty unique with the stages.
Yes.
Like they're not exactly the same, and then they have that exclusive mode on the 3DS that actually looked pretty interesting. That it's kind of like in a
City
multiplayer mode,
Trial.
but it's like an
Like
adventure
that's
thing.
yep. City
City
Trial.
Trial. That's exactly what
Yeah.
it's based on.
Hmm.
Smash Bros. City Trial, which I love that
Oh yeah.
Kirby game. Oh, hours and hours of playing that.
Have a car that just goes zoom right across the track, straight into a wall. You can't even turn. Good times. Good times.
Um, yeah, I'm definitely getting both, and yeah. The only thing is like, what do you guys think? Like, if you got the 3DS version and the Wii U version came out, would you still play the 3DS version or?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Don't know how much more, but I'd probably end up still playing it for the exclusive one because it seems really fun.
And it's portable, so
Exactly.
Yeah,
Portable Smash. Can't go wrong with that.
I think I mean, I intend on uploading videos of both, but um, not everybody who has a 3DS has a Wii U, so there's people that you can play with on one and not the other,
Yeah.
and
It's
vice
true.
versa. So, and then like we mentioned, there's like that different modes on the 3DS that you can record too,
Hmm.
and then the fights will be different because the stages are different. So it's almost a pretty different experience, not fully, but a little bit. What do you guys think of the character roster so far?
Holy crap.
My
I like it.
goodness. Very interesting. Yeah. You know what I noticed? Have they shown Captain Falcon
No, not
No.
yet.
or
No,
Ganon?
no.
No.
Oh my god. They need to bring him back. Captain
I
Falcon.
I doubt they would not bring him back.
That's
Right.
because he is ridiculous and he's awesome.
Yeah.
But
He's very
yes.
popular.
He's been there since the beginning, so I don't see why not in this one.
Right.
Thing
Heck,
is, though, so has Jigglypuff, and I don't know.
I don't think she's gonna be back.
Sorry,
Well,
Jigglypuff.
I don't know. I can see her coming back just because she's been there since the beginning. Or he, whatever.
Well,
Doesn't matter. Varies.
maybe eh. But overall, it's still very interesting roster.
Yes.
Actually, on this one, uh, I was almost worried when they said that Samus's armor will not fall off. I was like, "Ugh, I love you, Samus."
Oh yeah, that's something else that they revealed in the last direct. Zelda and Sheik are now separate characters,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Samus and Zero Suit Samus are separate as well.
Yep. No more character transformations.
I
Oh,
like
Oh,
it.
and Charizard is just Charizard. Like
Yes.
Squirrel and Ivysaur are gone.
my
Yeah.
God.
Well,
Oh,
Great
well.
Ninja pretty much took Squirtle's place.
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder, will they use another grass starter to take Ivysaur's place?
Uh, you
Mm,
know, I'd kind of be surprised if they had another Pokemon. They have a lot of
yeah.
Pokemon in
They
already.
already have
Yeah.
too many Pokemon.
Charizard, Greninja, Lucario, Pikachu.
That's it.
That's it.
It's four. That's it. That's it.
I mean, I can understand the Mario characters. There's a lot of Mario characters, but a lot of them had starring roles. Like actually, all of them have had their own game,
Mm-hmm.
except for Bowser. But I mean, he's like the villain, so
Mm-hmm.
it's okay.
But yeah,
And
very.
Yoshi even has his own symbol anyway, so
Mhm.
Oh
he
yeah.
is technically a Mario character, but no, he has
Oh,
a
Yeah.
I
Yoshi
forgot
symbol.
about Rosalina too. I mean, she hasn't had her own
Oh,
game,
yeah.
but she was playable in 3D World, which is
She's
like a
everywhere.
main game.
She's everywhere this month or
Yeah.
these past few
Yeah,
games.
Yeah.
this is the year of Rosalina.
Damn, Skippy.
Scoot over, Luigi.
And I love how Rosalina fights, by the way, with that
Yeah.
Luma. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I
I like.
got more refined Ice Climbers fighting style, basically.
Yeah, I liked Ice Climbers. That's what I like.
Yeah.
They haven't showed them either,
Oh,
so
they haven't. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say that. I was like, have they shown? They have not.
I hope they're back because I think they're cute.
Uh,
I like them.
it's interesting how they changed up Olimar.
Mhm. Like the Pikmin have different mechanics now.
Yeah, very
And they're in
interesting.
order. Like they're
Yes.
His up B is a lot more useful too.
Oh, yeah. But now you gotta be careful not to have too many Pikmin at the same time.
Yeah.
hmm
Didn't they lower the number of Pikmin as well?
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's
It's
3.
like
Yeah.
yes, which I guess that's a bit of a downgrade for them
Mhm.
in a sense. I guess.
Yeah, I think all the characters Sakurai said have new stuff. Some like
Got
positive, some negative.
yeah, some mad
Yeah. So,
negatives.
was
Like
it?
Lucario's Aura Sphere, wasn't it? Didn't it Mega Evolve and then it's like the
Oh
Aura
my
Sphere is
god,
fully charged the whole time?
Yeah. So
that might wreck a lot of people.
yeah, when you use the up B, since it's so powerful now, like you actually go like a little too far with it,
Yeah.
so you can actually fall off the stage.
Oh wow.
So
Good stuff.
I was just thinking, so Mega Lucario is Uber in Pokemon, and now it'll be Uber in Smash.
Smash Bros.
Exactly. Does extreme speed actually do any damage this time around? Because I know in Brawl it didn't do anything.
I don't think. I don't know if that's been shown yet, but
Hmm.
yeah, it didn't. It was mostly a recovery move in Brawl.
I found that odd because in Pokemon games it's more powerful than Quick Attack, but it didn't do a damn thing.
Hmm. That's true.
Yeah.
I do like in this game, at least so far, they're all the characters are like unique. Like they
Mhm.
haven't shown any clones or anything like that.
But I want Falco.
Yeah.
Oh
And
man.
that's the thing. Like a lot of fan favorites are clones, like Ganondorf. So if they are back, they might have revamped move sets, or maybe they'll keep them in.
Maybe that's what they're keeping hush hush.
Mhm.
Probably.
Maybe. I hope so, because I like using Falco.
Yeah.
Fox is great, but for some reason I always went to Falco.
And he's a little bit more of a badass.
What have they changed about Toon Link to make him more different from Link?
Oh shit. I
Good
don't
Because
know.
question.
I like
Have
Toon
they?
Link.
Yeah,
Uh,
I liked using him too. I mean,
he could recover better.
yeah.
Yep.
But I was because you were talking about clones, and I was looking at those two, and I
Oh
haven't
yeah,
seen
you know
much
what? I
footage
forgot
of
about
those.
him. Yeah,
You're right.
they haven't. I don't know if they've shown anything specific, like that's different, but I'm sure there has to be if they brought him back.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Then they have no then excuse really to take off any clones.
Mhm.
Right.
Well, Toon Link is just, I mean, he's a little bit shorter, but everyone has the same hitbox, I guess, in a sense.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they do.
So,
Not like somebody can duck under a move that somebody else can't.
right. So,
Like Servbot in Marvel vs. Capcom
Mhm.
3.
Mm.
Or not 3, 2.
hmm. I wonder if they'll. This might be just a little bit random, but I wonder if they'll any characters from Fire Emblem Awakening, because I mean, Marth has been there for a while, but
Yeah,
you'd
there's
think they'd add some of
speculation
the
that they would add
uh,
Chrome.
yeah, Crom, I think is
Yeah.
Crom. I
Yeah,
think it's
I thought he would replace or not replace Marth, but I thought he would be in it with Marth because like if you remember in Smash Bros. Melee they had Roy who was at the time the most recent Fire Emblem character. Then he
Mm.
was replaced with Ike who was the same.
same. And then
So
I
Oh,
wonder
that's
if
right.
they'll
There's
add.
always been two.
yeah,
I fight for my friends.
with Marth he's like he was the first main character in Fire Emblem, so he's kind of like a shoe in. Plus he was in Awakening anyway.
Oh yeah, he was. They were. Oh man, what do they call it? Oh, it's been a while.
He's
They
under a
were. You
pseudonym.
could still use them, but they were from like I guess like they would have the original artwork from the games, but they were kind of like a summon, but they'd still be a movable character.
Yeah, they had like I think all the main Fire Emblem characters like that.
And they had a shit ton.
Hmm.
Anyone who's played that game probably knows what I'm talking about. But they had a ton of characters that you could get.
What characters would you guys want to see in this?
Oh God, I have to think.
I was hoping to see Saki's playable from Sin and Punishment, but LOL, nope. That's his
Yeah,
trophy.
he's a trophy again.
Gah. Oh well. At least he's there.
I was hoping for Mewtwo X or Mewtwo Y, but that doesn't seem very likely.
Nope.
Mhm.
Crystal from Star Fox. She would be much different from the other ones.
I mean, if she fought with that staff,
I was gonna say maybe she could use that staff she had in that game, but
And then Dixie Kong has pretty much her own recovery just laid out for her. She could just go ahead and go. Her little
Mhm.
pony copter.
Mm-hmm.
Just go from there.
yeah, I'm wondering if they would actually add Crystal. I'd be kind of surprised because I mean, she's owned by Nintendo, but she was created by Rare when they did that Star Fox game.
Starbucks Adventures.
I
So that
mean,
one?
she could be. I mean, like you said, she would have her own unique move set. So, and then plus be another female character,
Hmm.
bounce it out. I mean, they have a lot of them in this game, which is nice. But
The alternate forms of Samus and Zelda, and then Rosalina.
mhm. And
And
then
then
there's
the
also
Wii
Wii
Fit
Fit
trainer.
Trainer.
Oh yeah, her too. I forgot her. Oh, there she is. Hey.
Yeah, and you could be a boy one if you want, the male one.
That's okay. I'll stick with this.
Speaking
Yeah.
of that, though, I wonder how many characters are going to have alternate,
Ooh,
alternate.
like
And I just realized there's no Wario. What?
I was about
Yeah,
to say that. Wow,
I
very
think
weird.
in the Nintendo Direct trailer when they were showing all the assist trophies, they showed Ashley, who's from the WarioWare series.
Hmm.
And her when they showed her name, they had the logo next to it. It was the W. like he had in
Ooh.
So these guys
Brawl.
are keeping it hush hush. Maybe, or I think I want them to keep something hush hush.
Yeah,
Some of them
I
turning.
don't know how popular Wario was in the last game, but I think he's like if you had to like rank them in terms of how likely they are from Brawl to this game, I think he'd be pretty high.
He farted. He was pretty awesome. His fart hurt people.
He was super close range, but it was fun to use him though. Just very strange.
That
Except that part.
motorcycle.
Oh yeah, that was fun. Just, across the screen.
Motorcycle with the smash ball.
Uh huh.
Uh,
Mega Man's big edition.
Oh yeah.
that final smash. Oh,
And I'm glad they didn't make Mega Man that chubby thing from what Tekken
um,
or Street Fighter Cross
cross
Tekken.
taking. Yeah, that was awkward.
They're like, "Oh, you want Mega Man? Here, have this."
Yeah, yeah, a bloated
It's like he
fat
went
guy.
to like 30 years into the future and just let himself go.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was it? Wasn't his name like
Oh my god.
Bad Cover Art Mega Man or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was bad, all right.
But no, this is real Mega Man.
Yes.
And a lot of fans, I know, they were just
Uh,
like, "Oh, yes." So, good.
I was happy to
mm,
see X. I could honestly care less about the regular Mega Man.
Yeah, his final smash was amazing. You could see like the 5 generations of Mega Man on there. Definitely, man. When they showed that in the trailer, everybody was like flipping out.
That was
I mean, that
beautiful.
is an awesome one.
That was so beautiful.
I
Uh,
wonder if you could pick a girl villager.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, they might have like a palette swap, but like if they showed the male Wii Fit trainer, but they didn't show if you could be a female villager, so I have no idea.
that'd be interesting.
And
like a skin, same thing with the Wii Fit trainer. I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't see how much of a difference it would be by just adding lady hair.
mhm.
Right, exactly. Because like with the Wii Fit trainer, you have to completely change
The
the body
model of the
shape
character.
and the
Yeah.
hair.
It's
And
got to be super jacked, superhero mode over there. Steroids.
Something that Britt pointed out to me was that the villager in Brawl, I mean not Brawl, in these new Smash Brothers games, it's the character model from City Folk, not the tall one with like a neck from New Leaf.
From New Leaf, yeah. Which is weird because they show Isabelle and stuff, so it's like, and the Club Tortimer Island, except that was, I think, also in the GameCube one.
yeah, there was
Yeah,
an island in GameCube. Yep.
yeah, you
Yeah.
had to
So
have the
it's not like
GameCube
it's
games.
exclusive to New Leaf, but Isabelle is, so I
Like
don't
a
know why
cross.
they chose the City Folk character instead of a New Leaf
So
character.
they're crossing games, basically.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're crossing.
Well,
Giggle.
Ta-da.
Animal Crossing crossing.
Oh man, one character I always wanted to see in Smash Bros was Little Mac, and when they showed him, I was like, ah, it's about time. Because
Yeah, really.
I mean, he's
He
been,
looks pretty fucking awesome to
yeah,
use.
he looks very fun,
Yeah.
and he's like, when they were going through like his attacks and stuff like that, like he's very unique, and he looks like he's gonna be fun to use.
He is not an aerial fighter though.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
they put a big emphasis on the fact that he sucks in the air.
Yeah.
He
Like I
can't
could
jump.
I could tell before they even actually officially stated that with his
Mhm.
reveal trailer.
I liked when they were trying to show his recovery, and it was like, "Oh, too bad."
It's like, oh.
I wonder if it's still on the internet, but I made this post a really long time ago on this old forum I used to frequent, and they were like, "Oh, create your own Smash Brothers character and put their special moves like the B moves." And I know at the time because this was before Brawl came out. This was like right after Melee.
Oh, wow.
I had I had an entry for Little Mac and Diddy Kong, so I don't remember who else
John
I had
predicted
on
the
there.
future.
Oh
Nice.
my gosh.
2014. You heard it here, people.
Yeah.
I wonder if Nintendo looked at that and was like, hey, this
It's
kid
not bad.
Octane Blue, he's right.
That'd be awesome.
Putane Bowl. It's
Pictane Mule.
Putane Bowl. Yeah.
Fucking phone.
Uh, I, am looking at the list again. King DDD. I didn't really use it very much.
Oh, I loved him.
I hate to say it. I don't know. He was there for me. Just
At least
if I
he's
rate him,
adorable.
he does have a duck face.
He is cute. He's probably the cutest villain in history.
He's not really a villain. He's just kind of
Well, yeah,
creepy.
true. He's
It's
greedy. Yeah.
misunderstood.
Misunderstood.
He's a
Oh,
rival.
you know,
He's your
I
rival.
wonder if they'll bring the back Meta Knight or
Oh,
possible different moveset.
They gotta do a lot with Better Night. Just saying.
Yeah, because he was
It was
pretty
OP.
broken.
Yep.
You know, because Sakurai worked on Kirby and then subsequently Kid Icarus Uprising, I
Mm.
think, I mean, they faked you out in the direct with the fake Palutena, or is that her name?
Oh,
Dang it! Oh
Yep.
yeah, that's right. That kind of made me mad.
Yeah, and there was a rumor that, she would be in it, like somebody, like, I think they went on like the Smash Bros. Website and there was like somehow accessed like some behind the scenes stuff and her name was listed there,
Mhm.
but it was like removed or something like that. So, I mean,
Hmm.
since he worked on Kid Icarus Uprising, that
Yeah.
could be a character. I mean, that would be
Oh,
a nice representative of the Kid Icarus
Right.
mm-hmm.
franchise too.
And I like.
have
Say what now?
have. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'll say it after.
I was just gonna say I like how they're implementing elements from the new Kid Icarus into his moveset with all the different weapons.
Oh dang!
Yeah.
So excited for that.
I mean, with him in Brawl, that was before Uprising came out, so they had to like
Yes.
come up with stuff they took some stuff maybe from the NES game,
Yeah. They
and
Mhm.
did.
then they just had to like come up with some other move sets that he didn't really have.
Hmm. Okay, I think I remember what I was gonna say. Ness. Have they showed up?
Nope.
No, they have not.
They haven't shown anybody from the Mother series. I mean, if they did bring somebody back, I think not one of them would be cut.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. My guess would be Lucas would be cut because I mean Ness was in the
Yeah, and this has been.
N65.
Yeah. Although I like Lucas a lot more.
Actually, I ended up using Lucas a lot more too.
Yeah.
Honestly,
He was better than Ness in Brawl, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would think that Ness would come back though, since he's like the most recognizable from the Mother series.
Yeah.
And
Game and Watch hasn't been there.
yeah, I mean,
I don't know how
that's
well
another
they'll
character. Like they could
do.
cut him, but at the same time, he represents a whole era of Nintendo.
Could be like 50-50 basically.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
he might be hidden though, because I don't remember what he was in Brawl, but I know in Melee he was a hidden character.
Yeah, he was hidden in Brawl as well.
Okay,
Rob might be one that might get cut,
yeah,
honestly.
I think so
I
too.
don't want that to happen, honestly.
He was all right. He was just there for me. Like I didn't hate him, but he was just
Wait, who?
Rob.
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 Oh, Rob. Yeah, that pretty much sums up what I thought.
I mean, he's like he was an accessory for the NES, so he's pretty recognizable. But I mean, I don't know. I think they could cut him, and I don't think too many people would be
I mean, he
too
was in
upset.
this and then Mario Kart DS,
Mhm.
but that was it. And
Yeah, other than cameos, yeah, that was. I think those were his only playable things.
I don't know how likely Snake is to come back.
I think he's out.
Is he? I figured
Because
it's a one shot.
Oh,
yeah, somebody asked
Snake.
Kojima what the deal was with him in the new Smash Bros. And Kojima said, unless he was trolling, he said, I haven't been asked about it at all because they have to get rights from Konami. So
Right.
I think, yeah, he was a one-time deal, like you said.
Yeah.
hmm He was pretty strong though. Like the dude can punch. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
like using him, but if it's a one shot, well, sorry.
It was pretty humorous seeing him fight like Yoshi and Pikachu,
Yeah.
this serious guy, just beating the crap out of these cuties.
hmm
Now, the main reason they put him in Brawl was because he was originally supposed to be in Melee, if memory serves me right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Kojima wanted him to be in Smash Bros. Melee, but it was like I think 3 or 4 months before the game came out, but
Yeah.
obviously not enough time to put him in.
I see.
So
So
bad time constraint, really.
I gotcha.
Oh, so they're just slow on the response then, it seems like. Yeah.
That's what it sounded like.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe They just, well, they don't have time to wait. So come on.
Yeah.
This releases in summer. If you're gonna add Snake, do it now.
Well, they're bringing back Sonic, and that's really all I care about. So yeah,
Nice.
Yep,
Yeah.
Sonic is back.
Sonic the Hedgehog. They're probably gonna nerf the hell out of Supersonic or whatever the hell his Final Smash will be in this
Yeah.
game.
I would think,
Wow.
for sure.
It's as it stands, it looks like from what I count is about 29 characters.
Yeah, there's 29
Holy shoot.
revealed so far.
I wonder.
Revealed so far. That
Yeah.
if they can reveal more, that's gonna be the biggest list and it's gonna be the best list.
I have a feeling there's gonna be more.
Yeah, I think there's going to be more too, but I don't think it's going to be too many more than
Yeah.
Brawl. Because I think they're going to cut characters, but they're also going to add new ones.
Right.
Hmm.
See, something like Wolf, I can understand.
Yeah.
As much as I like using Wolf, because he was a lot stronger.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But it's understandable they would cut him. Falco, he was in Melee and then Brawl. He seems more likely to come back.
Mhm.
But,
Compared to Wolf, definitely.
right, compared to Wolf, definitely. But I don't know. Please, just I'm asking just for Falco, really, and Captain Falcon.
I was kind of surprised that when I looked online for spoilers for Brawl, because it came out in Japan months before it came out over here.
Hmm.
Um, the final character that didn't show was Wolf. He was the last one from like a Japanese stream or something like that.
Yeah.
I remember being like, oh, that'd be cool, but turns out he was actually another clone of Fox.
Yeah.
Oh man, the final Smash. That's what got me every time. I was like,
Landmaster.
Yeah.
Man, I was like, you could not at least one of these guys,
Have a
please.
different one. Yeah, I mean the tanks
It's
were
like,
they controlled differently, but it was another it was just the Landmaster, just a reskinned Landmaster.
Personally, I prefer the air.
it's like okay, you could have given him the air then. Just
Yeah,
have him
exactly.
just
Then he jumps in the tank.
he jumped in a tank.
And he falls right back down.
Exactly.
Yep. Wolf.
Yeah.
Eh, I don't know what they could have done with him. Same thing, land or air. But we'll see.
I'm liking the roster so far, though. I can't complain about anybody yet.
Yeah, there isn't a character in there that I'm like, man, why are they in this?
I do like that they did change like how the characters move. Like Bowser, I mean, they stood him more up, and Yoshi, they changed how his posture is in a little bit,
Yeah.
which that's
I feel-
cool.
I feel like though, if they bring in like a blue platinum Zelda, then I'm not going to be too happy.
Oh gosh.
James, don't
That would
say
be
that. They might be
weird.
listening.
Oh, they can suck it.
Wow.
Well,
If they think of doing that, they can suck it.
Robots.
Take that, Nintendo.
They'll
gonna be
probably like a palette, like one of her colors will be blue platinum. But hey, at least we know what they listen. That's pretty good for us.
Yeah, I would think unless Smash Brothers was too far into development to include it or something like that, that the pink gold color scheme might be a different skin for Peach. I think for Rosalina, I'm pretty sure her red color, like for team battles, would be her red outfit from 3D World, like the Fireflower.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
Mrs.
Ooh.
Claus.
Confession, I actually used Peach in Super Smash Brothers.
Your favorite character, James. It's
So you can
confirmed
watch her
right
get
here,
beat up.
right now. 2014, May
She's-
1st.
She wasn't really bad in Brawl. I
Yeah.
kind of liked using her in Brawl.
I enjoy doing that like side check thing that she does. Just
Oh yeah, the butt.
I did that to piss people off.
Oh my goodness.
Because, I mean, it's so easy for her to piss people off.
Because she's your favorite character ever.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's move on to characters, I guess. Unless anybody has anything else to say. I can't remember who else I wanted. in the game. I found
Knuckles.
this old topic, but um, I can't find mine. I guess my post. So maybe this isn't it. But the stages in the game. They showed stages from both versions, as I mentioned earlier. All the stages, like each stage is in, well, not each stage, but there's stages from like both versions that are like completely different, and then there's some exclusive stages too in
Mhm.
each version as well. Uh, I mean, what stages did you guys see that you liked the most?
Prism Tower from Pokemon.
Yeah, that was a cool one. That
Let me
one's
look
a
at.
3DS exclusive.
Yes.
Final Destination, every place ever.
Yeah, that's another
No
thing.
items.
Yeah, on the I think I'm not sure if that was just on the Wii U version, but they showed it for that. For those that didn't know, every stage on the Wii U version can be played in well, not every stage, but every stage that has this option available can be played in a Final Destination version, where it's just a flat plane, like no
No
gimmicks.
hazards.
Yeah,
No
no hazards, no
hazards,
gimmicks.
nothing.
Yep.
No platforms, just straight up duking it out.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Which is cool that they actually did that because I'm pretty sure some people are like, well, same stage. Oh, we're looking at the same thing all over.
Yeah, that was my problem playing online with randoms. They just go to Final Destination. It's like, go to Battlefield.
Yeah.
I
Oh, and
don't
that's
care if
another
it's only
thing.
added 3 platforms. It's different.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's more varied, not as boring. But
So,
that's another thing. Like they added in the for glory and for fun modes. So when you
Yeah.
go
for
online, if you play randoms, you can only fight. You can play with people that only play on Final Destination with no items, or you can play with
Starbucks
people
only.
that play for fun, all stages, all items.
And aren't jerks.
Yeah.
Neat.
But then they have those rules and regulations that you have to follow, and one of them has me worried because sometimes I just want to go in there and taunt the whole time.
Oh yeah,
So I don't want to be banned from playing online just because I want to. I don't know. I just want to taunt.
yeah. And I mean, in that case, you probably just want to like
Play
not
with
play
friends.
with randoms. Yeah.
I'll just play by myself and taunt.
It's
There you go.
like you're just sitting with a level 1 character and just.
Yeah.
One of the stages I liked, besides the Prism Tower one that Duke mentioned, I liked the Find Me stage on the 3DS version.
No, yeah.
Oh.
You fight on the tower like from the very end of the game,
Yeah, I
and
found that
the
interesting.
God, what's the green thing called?
Oh, here.
I don't know.
Oh,
That's,
the Dark Lord?
Dark Lord. There you go.
is that from Find Me 2 or 1?
It's,
Oh,
Oh, it says Dark Emperor here. Dark
I
Lord, I
thought that
think
was the
2.0
yellow one.
or yellow. Yeah.
hmm.
Unless the site is wrong, they might be.
I don't know.
But I can't
Uh,
remember because at the end. Oh, you know what? I think the first one had the
Purple
ultimate
one.
ghost at the end, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Okay.
know if
That's
it
probably.
had anything else.
Mhm.
You know which one I'm most excited for?
Mhm.
The living room.
Oh, from Nintendogs. That
Fighting
that
with
actually could be fun.
puppies.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. They already. I mean, I know we don't have it yet, but I think by the time this game comes out, we'll have it. There's a stage for Tomodachi
Oh my
Life.
god, that game. I need that game in my life.
Yeah. Oh, apparently this is based on the first game, the DS one. So it's
Yeah.
Tomodachi Collection. Okay. What other stages they have? Oh, they have Tortimer Island from New Leaf.
Mhm.
It's cool. I mean, I foresaw that as being a 3DS exclusive since that's only on 3DS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they also have Gerudo Valley from Ocarina of Time 3D, which actually looked really fun. It reminded me of like a smaller scale Bridge of Eldin
Yeah.
from Brawl, but I like that stage, so this one might be cool. And I'm sure the music's gonna be hot too.
Oh yeah.
Let me
I
see.
wonder if they're going to have any stages like that Wario
Oh,
Land
they
stage.
transformed the stage.
Yeah, and then you have to do the commands or else you fail.
Mm. I think
That
if Wario is back, he'll probably have a stage like that again.
that was a fun stage. I like
Hmm.
that stage. I'm trying
Yeah,
to
you could
look
get
through all
cool
these.
items if you did the action or whatever.
Hmm.
Pop the party popper thing.
Party Party ball. Yeah.
Yeah, there
Or
you go.
taunt, which I did anyway.
I noticed they brought back. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be like, I don't think they call them retro stages, but stages from past Smash Brothers games. I noticed they brought back Jungle Japes on the 3DS one again.
Yeah.
That was from
Yeah.
Melee. I was never really a huge fan of that stage. I mean, it's okay, but I mean, in terms of the Donkey Kong stages, it's probably like the best one because he hasn't really had that great stages. Like, I didn't like the the waterfall one, whatever that was called in Melee, because it was pretty small.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then in Brawl, they had that auto-scrolling one, which I hated.
Yeah, I don't like the auto-scrolling ones,
Yeah,
except for the Mario one that was underground.
yeah, that was fun. I didn't like the above ground one as much, but the underground one was hilarious.
That music. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, they had some really good songs in there, and that's another thing they brought back in this game, the My Music thing, where you
Hmm.
can customize what songs play in it. And I'm actually really curious as to what songs are going to be in each version because that was actually a feature I really liked in Brawl that there was just so many songs throughout
Yes.
Nintendo's history in each stage, and it wasn't even they had songs that weren't from that franchise in the stages, like on the Mario Kart stage in Brawl, they had like an Excite Truck song,
Hmm.
and it kind of fit because it was like a racing game too,
And some Tetris.
and Tetris. Yeah, in Luigi's Mansion, they had Tetris songs.
Oh, why
So
can L Block be a playable character? I'm sad.
oh boy. I think it's just mainly because Nintendo doesn't own Tetris, sadly.
They could pay them.
Yeah, they could, but for a block,
Iconic block.
yeah. What other stages do they have?
Oh, I did not know this. The Kalos Pokemon League is a stage in the Wii U
You
version.
know, I just saw that.
Oh.
I never knew
I
that.
don't remember seeing that anywhere, but it looks like the Elite Four. What's the
Looks
guy
like
with wings? The dragon guy?
Oh, Drasna?
Yeah, or girl
yeah.
with
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? No, it was a girl, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I was thinking of the water guy, but he was in a dragon guy. He was in water.
That Theobald,
But
whatever
yeah,
his name.
it looks like it's based on that, unless it changes like throughout the Elite Four.
That'd be
Uh,
nice.
yeah, that would be cool. I mean, that's what I would think since it's Elite Four.
Windy Hill Zone.
Yeah,
They
I
looks
guess
like they ripped that straight out of Sonic Lost World.
yeah. I think it's cool that they included a stage from the most recent Sonic game.
Yeah.
I like how those bumpers are facing off, so that if you land on them, I wonder if you'd just go off
Switch
stage.
off. Yeah,
Yep.
it
Just
seems
like in
like
the
it.
game.
That's hilarious. That would be hilarious to knock somebody in that. Just boop.
Yeah, it's looking like Kid Icarus's stage, or no, the Kid Icarus stage is gonna be like the temple from Melee and Brawl,
Yeah.
because it's freaking huge.
Yeah. This one actually looks like it's based off of the recent one. Oh yeah, it even says it right here.
Yeah,
After
not surprising.
the blank blank and blank events happen in the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
the blank, blank, blank.
Okay, I didn't recognize that Metroid save. That's from Other M, which I never played. I have, but I never played it.
That looks more similar to the stage from Dead or Alive Dimensions actually.
Well, that's interesting because Team Ninja did Other M as well.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you know what? Dimensions was the one where Samus appeared in like a Metroid stage, right?
Yeah, if you blew in the mic.
Okay.
Or in my case, yelled like an idiot.
Die.
And then it's interesting because the Wii U version took the town and city from City Folk, since it was a console game, and they put a portable stage from the portable game.
Mhm.
I guess town and city. That was the one where Isabelle showed up, but I think she's an assist trophy, right?
I don't know.
By and large, this it looks like it has what's her name, Katie, the girl that travels,
Mhm.
and
Hmm.
her mom, which who wasn't in New Leaf,
Nope.
and then
Because
Joan.
Katie was all grown up.
Yeah. And then one of the Able sisters, and then one of the Tom Nook's nephews.
Hmm.
It's pretty neat. I mean, I like the stage in Brawl, like for the Animal Crossing. This looks like it's going to be pretty similar to that.
Yeah.
kind of like basic with moving platforms.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is Isabel. That's a assist trophy.
Hmm. Speaking of that, they have like a lot of assist trophies. They had a lot of returning ones from Brawl, but they also had some new ones. Like they showed Mother Brain, which would look crazy because Mother Brain is huge. And then they had like that. I forgot what it was called, but it was like Pong.
Color TV game 15.
There you go. Yeah, that was like Nintendo's version of Pong.
Yeah.
I think Pong's copyrighted, but it was the same thing.
And
Chain
Waluigi,
Chomp.
Yeah, Waluigi.
everyone wanted him as an assist trophy, right? Right.
Sure.
Yeah, I kind of, I think I read some people want him playable, like on GameFAQs. I think that'd be a total waste of a character slot
Yeah.
because he's like a spin-off dude. He's only been in spin-off games
Yeah.
Yeah.
that no starring roles or anything. He's not like a main character.
Yeah. I honestly don't even care for him. So I
No.
was just like, eh.
So I mean, he's a pretty interesting assist trophy. Like in Brawl, he stomped on the ground, hit you with a tennis racket or whatever. But that's all he should do.
Yeah.
Don't care. Oh, and Dark Samus is an assist trophy too. I was kind of hoping she would be a character, but she'd probably just be a clone. So it's like, eh.
Why not like a color
You know,
variation?
I think that Samus is gonna have that because in Brawl she had the fusion suit color scheme. It wasn't exactly it, but the color scheme was just like it was like blue with yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So I would think her um like she could have a Dark Samus color scheme that's like all black with a blue visor, which would look really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Oh, and Midna, she was an assist trophy, a new assist
Mm-hmm.
trophy. I like Midna
Yeah.
Chain Chomp.
and the Chain Chomp. Yeah, that
He
I
looks
think
pretty
that
funny.
yeah that could be a really annoying one if you're facing against it. But if you picked up the assist trophy, then that's probably going to help a lot. I think. And then
Uh,
something else, they added in a bunch of new Pokemon, a lot of new Pokemon actually, and then they added in Master Balls,
yeah.
which will have legendary Pokemon, and some of their attacks look freaking crazy.
I wonder what Dead End would do.
Nothing. It
I
would
don't think.
not.
Not play rough.
Yeah. Or Dazzling Gleam or anything.
Probably Discharge. That's the only thing I could think of.
Did they show Dead End? Because I'm pretty sure they
The,
did, but
um,
You nuzzle.
I think
yeah.
I think they showed pictures of it, but I don't know if it's been shown in action yet.
Let's see. Dead End Super Smash. Oh, it looks like it does something way more useful than it does in the actual Pokemon
And
game.
that's a damn shame.
It has like sparks flying from all angles, and they're pretty long sparks
That
too.
sounds like Discharge.
Yeah,
That's probably it. Yeah.
looks cool. God, why can why can't it be that cool in the game, in the
Because.
actual game?
I did see that Go Goat is a new Pokemon that you
Yeah.
can use. You can ride it. That looks fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure you can like ram right into opponents too.
Spupa, what?
Wait. Really? Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Yeah, Spupa was shown on Cerebi as like a Pokemon, but I don't know what it does. Maybe like String Shot or something.
It's weird.
Cool.
And everyone's favorite Pokemon, Goldeen. Yes.
You know, I've always wondered why they chose Goldeen and not Magikarp.
Yeah, I know
Uh,
Magikarp is known for being useless. Goldeen actually can learn attacks and stuff.
yep.
So who knows?
That's so weird. Blossom's back. I like Blossom. That's one
Oh
of my
yeah,
favorites.
just sleep powder again. I'm sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, a lot of these. I wonder what Chespin does. Maybe like Seed Bomb.
Unless
Uh,
he does spiky shield.
or even Needle Arm.
Oh yeah, because it looks like it's taking the place of Chikorita, who's been in the past two.
Yeah. Oh, so like Razor Leaf then.
Well, can it even learn Razor Leaf? I don't know. I don't know what Chespin can learn.
I don't remember actually.
I know it's just like, uh, you know what? I don't.
I don't think so. I know we can learn bullet seed,
Oh, that could be it. That
and
seems like it'd be really useful. Because that kind of reminds me of like Staryu's attack, Swift. It's
Yeah.
just rapid fire.
no, it does not learn razor leaf.
Oh,
It
well,
learns vine whip though. Huh?
Hmm.
Where the hell do the vines come from? Yeah, whatever.
It's back.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Eevee's new.
I'm
Hmm.
hoping for. Oh yeah, I saw it. Does like takedown or something like that. There's like a tackle or something. But I'm hoping for the 3DS version. I hope the online is really good. I hope it's more like Mario Kart 7 online compared to Mario Tennis Open online.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I mean, Brawl online when it worked well, it worked fine. But when it
Mhm.
wasn't, it was unplayable because you were moving like a frame per second,
Yeah,
and it sucked. So I hope the 3DS version's online is good.
the online is being getting worse as the shutdown gets near as well.
Oh, for Brawl? Oh, that's a
Yeah,
shame.
I just gave up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, we found out that Mario Kart Wii is no, not unplayable, but you can't do much. So
Mhm.
Ugh.
that's kind of a shame.
Yeah.
Okay, what else? Hmm.
It doesn't have
Oh,
a solid release date, does it?
no. They gave it a vague summer 2014 thing,
For
but
3DS.
yeah, for
Yeah.
the 3DS, right? Exactly. I would think it's probably going to be, if I had to guess, I'd probably say August, maybe. I don't remember any. I mean, there might have been some in the past, but I don't remember any major Nintendo games ever coming out in July.
Mm.
I really can't think of any. I mean, there might have been, but off the top of my head, can't think of any. I don't know. It just seems like kind of a weird time to release
Yeah.
a big title. So I'm thinking August. That's what I'm gonna guess. And then for the Wii U version, my guess is November at the earliest and December at the latest, because they
Yeah.
did say summer 2014. I mean, winter 2014.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because if they just said winter, then I'd be like, okay, is that winter?
2015.
Yeah, exactly. Because it could have been like July. I mean, no, I'm getting my months
January.
mixed up. January. There you go. Instead, so who knows? But I think either way, you know, it's going to be a big release on both systems,
Hmm.
Yeah.
and I think it'll sell both systems too.
Yes.
It just remains to be seen if Mario Kart will have a bigger impact on the Wii U or Smash Brothers.
I don't know.
We'll see. All I know is Nintendo is funneling my wallet, and I don't approve.
Yeah. Do you think there's going to be like a special Smash Brothers 3DS or Wii U release?
Hmm.
Hmm. I can see it happening. I just don't know
Yeah.
what.
Yeah, I think it depends on the state of the Wii U at the time, or for that version.
I
3DS
think
doesn't need any help.
I think if Smash Brothers for the Wii U comes out before Christmas, they could definitely bundle it.
Oh yeah.
That would definitely drive sales too.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I really want Smash
It's
Brothers,
like,
but
I
I
want
have
this
Wii
for
U.
Christmas. I want this for Christmas. I want
Yeah,
this for Christmas.
Nintendo, I hope you're
Okay.
listening.
yeah.
These
Yeah.
ideas are gold.
Why aren't you hiring me? I could slay your marketing team.
Honestly, they could put in like a deluxe Wii U, the game, and like a Pro controller or something like that,
Yeah.
and that would
So
set.
easy.
Actually, speaking of that, since you can't use the GameCube controller with the Wii U, I wonder what people are gonna use. Because like before it was even officially announced that there was going to be a Smash Bros. Game on the Wii U, I thought, it was inevitable that there would be one, but
Mm.
I thought there would be a special, like, not Smash controller, but a controller that works only with the Wii U, but it's like basically a GameCube one. I was wondering if they'd actually have something like that.
Mm.
There's actually an adapter you can buy, and you can plug
Oh,
your GameCube controller into your Wiimote and use it that way.
I saw that at GameStop, but I didn't know how well it worked. Like it was a third party thing, so I didn't.
I
Like,
got mine
it's
from
like-
Amazon and it works pretty damn well.
Really? No input lag or anything?
Nope.
Well, if something like that were to come out, I think Nintendo might officially release it just so that they're like, hey, that company, they're shit. Here's a real adapter.
Give us money.
You want an adapter? I'll give you a stinking adapter.
Hmm. But I saw. Oh, sorry. I got like a DM on Twitter. I thought it was spam, but it's not.
The-
Anyway, uh, no, I can't remember what I was gonna say. Oh yeah,
You
I
said you
saw the
saw.
yeah, I saw the direct at the very end where they showed Greninja. I mean, did you guys think that was Mewtwo?
Yes.
You too.
Yes.
no,
I didn't really know.
Yeah,
I
I was
didn't
just
put
like,
two and two together. It's
what's
like,
this?
I think Greninja was definitely a very surprising entry because I mean, the Villager made sense because Animal Crossing is a huge Nintendo franchise
Hmm.
and they didn't never had anybody representing it in the games. Wii Fit Trainer, same thing. Big sales from the Wii. Uh, that franchise is really popular. Little Mac, he's been around for a while, and Rosalina and Mega Man, you know, whatever. But I think they were gonna have another Pokemon, but I didn't think it would be Greninja.
Yeah, I definitely thought it was Mewtwo.
Yeah,
But unlike a lot of people who were expecting Mewtwo and were disappointed, I'm not really that disappointed.
yeah,
me
I think
neither.
Greninja would definitely fit in with Smash Brothers. I don't know, like if they brought Mewtwo back, they'd have to overhaul him because he wasn't
Yeah,
really that good in Melee.
because Lucario took his place last time, and Lucario was just better in my opinion.
Yeah, he had, yeah, he was just better. Can't really add to that.
Yeah.
He was just better.
Trying to think of some other characters I'd want to see. I'm trying to look through like my games here. Like I'm only gonna mention like game characters that have a chance, not like I want to see Cloud Strife. 'Cause they're
Dracula.
clearly yeah, oh, yeah, Dracula.
I would be playing as him and no one else.
Who's the kid from Kingdom Hearts, like the main guy?
Oh, Sora.
Sora.
Yeah, I don't think he's that. A lot of people want to see him, but I that's not
I
happening.
doubt it because their games have been all over the place,
Mhm.
which is what I hate because I'd buy like 20 damn systems. But I don't see that.
Well, I know Brittany was joking about Dracula, but Castle Castlevania, I mean, it had Dracula in there.
Hmm.
And it's pretty popular but I don't it's not like a Nintendo, I don't think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially recently now. I mean, they had some really big success on the NES and then Super Nintendo. They had those two kind of not great 64 games, but then the GBA and DS games were some of the best games in the franchise, not counting Symphony of the Night on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Plus, if any character were to make it from Castlevania, it wouldn't be Dracula. It'd
Uh,
probably be like Simon Belmont.
yeah, actually, yeah, that's the only character. I mean, there's so many Belmonts, but Simon, I mean,
Or
he was the
Maria
first.
even.
Yeah. What other characters? I'm actually looking through my games now. I'm like, okay, there's somebody from Metroid,
Donald Duck.
Donald. That
Yes, please. That's my favorite.
Yeah,
That's my buddy.
I know. He sucks ass in Kingdom Hearts, but I still love him.
I love Donald Duck.
uh,
Now, this is something I'm pretty sure a lot of people brought up. What about Namco Bandai characters? How come?
oh yeah, that's because they're like co-developing the game.
Yeah, you think they
It,
would have someone in there?
I think if they had anybody, it would be Pac-Man.
I would hope for
Hmm.
Klonoa, but probably Pac-Man.
Oh, Klonoa? Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean that would be fun, but it's just not. I don't think it has like the name recognition as Pac-Man.
Mm.
I mean, I think if they did have Pac-Man, he could have a move set. Because if you guys ever played Pac-Man World, like the 3D platformer, is
Yeah.
like move set from that.
Hmm.
He has to have the butt bounce. That was like his signature move, and that how you defeated enemies. So, I would think that would be in there.
Booty.
But who knows? They might have like Heihachi because he shows up everywhere. Or what's another Namco one that was on Nintendo?
Um, Soul Calibur? Question mark.
Mm.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
only. It was only really two.
Yeah,
I can't even really. I mean, I think Pac-Man is most likely. I
probably.
mean, I know Klonoa was on the Wii, but it was just that.
Yeah,
That was a remake too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I think in terms of third-party characters, I'd probably think there. I would think there'd probably be one more at most, because I think Sakurai said that for uh, for Brawl, he only wanted to limit it to two because he wanted mostly to be about Nintendo, but have like some fun with guest characters. So
yeah.
I'd be surprised if there were any more than three.
Mm.
I can't really think of any would that really stand out, except for Snake, but he's not going to be in it,
Hmm.
or we don't think he's going to be in it.
Yeah, it's it's highly doubtful. Not impossible, but just highly doubtful.
Pac-Man would be good though.
Hmm. I mean, he's been on like he was on the NES, and he's been on actually I think he's been on every Nintendo system since then, except I think on the 64 it was Miss Pac-Man, but I mean that's just him and with a bow and lipstick. Do you think they'd bring back somebody from Melee that wasn't in Brawl? Because I mean, most of the characters they cut were clones. So
Let's see, Roy
Hmm.
and
Pichu.
Pichu.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, never.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, the
And
Don't you want to
Mm.
damage yourself with every attack though?
Dr.
Every single
Mario.
attack you did.
yeah Dr. Mario was. I feel. I mean, I like using Dr. Mario a lot, but he was just like yeah. I feel the same way about Metal Mario and the Mario Kart games. It's just like
Yeah.
he's there. Probably could have used somebody else, but whatever.
And what was it Young Link?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Young Link.
Yeah,
Okay.
Young Link. And
they
then he
they
got
just replaced
replaced
him
with
with
Toon
Toon
Link.
Link. Yeah.
Yeah. I prefer Toon Link.
It,
Anyway.
I mean, all Young Link was just the younger version of him from Ocarina of Time
Yeah,
Right.
and Majora's Mask or whatever.
he was actually more powerful than regular Link though.
Yeah, some of his attacks were more powerful. I know his gosh, what was it? The downward stab was it?
Yeah,
I mean, I know you could like pogo on them a little bit, like bounce on them a couple times. But yeah, that I'd be surprised if anybody from Melee came back because I think Brawl had a more not diverse character roster, but they had like less clones.
yeah, but
Yeah.
Looking at you, Star Fox.
Trying to think of like some like I think most of, if not all, the major Nintendo franchises are already represented in the new Smash Brothers. I honestly can't think of any that like really popular ones that aren't.
the
Yeah.
uh
Well, besides like the ones that haven't been revealed yet, besides Wario, but we already talked about him.
Right. Yeah.
But then there's like what was her name in Nintendo Land, but I don't know what she could do.
Oh, Mon Monita? Something like
Oh yeah,
that.
oh yeah, yeah,
Onita.
yeah. Manita, yeah.
Monita,
Oh my God, if she was in there, that'd be crazy.
yeah.
Like,
and
That'd be so annoying.
Hey, let me give you some information while I kick your ass.
Nintendo. Oh, the game that came out Wii U, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
haven't played
think
that yet.
it's pretty fun. It's surprisingly fun. Like, I thought it'd be like a mini game collection, but there's a pretty good amount of depth into it.
Mhm.
Like, certain games in there are they could have released them as like their own thing.
They're really fun.
Hey, let me give you some hints on how to beat me. Hint one, you can't.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I think I think she could appear as an assist trophy, or at least like you know how they have trophies that you can collect and have information throughout, like trophies from all of Nintendo franchises, stuff like that.
hmm
That might
Mhm.
be one. Like I mean, they confirmed some of them in the direct. Like they showed that fake Palutena,
Oh,
with the ugly face.
I was shocked by that because I'm not used to Kid Icarus, so I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, that's Palutena. Oh no, it's not.
No, it's not.
And they had that girl from one of the Fire Emblem games. Can't remember her name now, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I think any characters that don't make it as an assist trophy, a character, Pokeball, Pokemon, or whatever, those probably just be a trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there an assist trophy for one of the custom Robo games?
They had one in Brawl,
Oh,
like
shit.
Ray Mark II,
Mhm.
Okay. I
but
was just looking at their franchises, and I remember Custom Robo because I used to have the GameCube one.
oh, okay, yeah, that
That
was
was
the
actually pretty fun, but I was like, did they ever? I was trying to remember if they did or not add that, but
yeah, they had it like it was funny because in Brawl they had him like actual size because like in the custom Robo games, the robots are actually tiny
tiny. Yeah, I
compared to
remember.
us. Yeah,
Yeah, you actually shrunk down in the suit, and it was like, oh,
I have the one for DS, but I haven't opened it yet. I got it for like it was like a bargain bin game. Like they were clearancing them out. I was like, oh, this looks cool. It actually has
yeah.
online play too, but that's going down soon, so I'm not even gonna bother.
Ew.
I don't know. I was just looking. I was like, well, it would be interesting, but I don't know how many people would really get that he's in it.
hmm Yeah.
So an assist trophy just kind of made sense. They're like, oh, it's
hmm
from this game. Okay.
I think with each Smash Brothers game, they've always had like a not really a surprise character, but a character that you probably wouldn't expect. Like the first game had like Jigglypuff.
Yeah.
Second one you could say like Ice Climbers or Mr. Game and Watch.
Fire Emblem.
Yeah, and the Fire Emblem games for us. In
Yeah.
Japan, they're like, "Pfft, they don't know who they are. And then in Brawl,
Pit. He was kind of surprising to
yeah,
me.
Yeah.
that's true. Because I mean, the last appearance he was in was the that obscure Game Boy Kid Icarus game.
Yes.
Um, I mean, I think they're gonna have something maybe coming out of left field. Wouldn't surprise me. Well, actually, well, whoever it is probably would surprise me, but wouldn't surprise me if they did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Goomba. Just kidding.
that
Oh
guy.
my gosh.
They do have
Step
those things
on.
in that adventure mode thing in the 3DS,
Oh right.
along with Chandelure. I thought that was like the most random thing. Like, hey, let's pick a Pokemon as an enemy. How about Chandelure?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm surprised it wasn't just like Ghastly or something like that.
Yeah.
Something kind of known for like not being evil,
Zubat.
but yeah, or Zubat. Yeah, actually Zubat would have been perfect. It's like this is what happens
Oh
for
my
keep getting in my way.
But nah, Chandelure. You can't even find those in the wild, can you?
No.
Nah.
Yeah, since it's like a stone evolution, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
I thought Ghastly would have made more sense, but I think it's cool because they have like different enemies from different Nintendo franchises. Like they have the Kremlings from Donkey Kong as well.
Yeah.
They haven't even been in like a lot of the recent games.
No, the
Or
last
any.
one. The last one was Super Sluggers on Wii that I could remember.
Mhm.
I actually never played those games.
Me
The
neither.
baseball ones, yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird because they were developed by Namco Bandai. I was like, oh, that's
Oh.
okay.
They were good though. They were really good.
I have the GameCube one.
I think I only played the bit of the GameCube one, and then I was like, oh, there's one for the Wii?
Mhm.
What?
Question mark.
Yeah, that one had like motion controls and stuff.
Ugh. Sorry. Because I know they revamped tennis to have motion controls and Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, right?
Yeah, um, that one was interesting because the Wii version of that actually had some different content. Like it wasn't like because you played with the Wii remote, there was some things you couldn't really do. So like they changed up the control scheme. But if I remember right, there some of the levels were kind of different too. But like you said, the Mario Tennis game they added in motion controls, but it was like the same game. There's like no changes. And then They had the Pikmin games with motion controls, but that worked really well because actually it was a lot easier to control and summon and command the Pikmin with the Wii remote because
Hmm.
it was kind of like clicking a mouse a little bit.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
And it's awkward because I own both the Wii version and the GameCube version. I played the Wii version, loved it. I tried to go back to the GameCube version. It's just so
Yeah,
awkward and
yeah.
stiff.
Using the C stick is just not as good as the Wii remote. I think it
Yes.
was the C stick, right?
Yeah, it was a C stick.
Yeah. Right. But anything else to add to Smash Brothers?
Just one.
Smash Bros.
That and I kind of joked about this early on when they revealed this back. What was it, last year? I think they revealed this. But thinking about it now, I wouldn't mind seeing King Fluff in the game in some shape or form from Kirby's Epic Yarn.
Oh, Prince. Oh
Oh,
wait.
Prince Fluff.
Prince Fluff. What did I say? King.
Yeah. I
Whoops.
was like, was he a king at the end? I don't remember that.
Not until the king passes away.
It would be interesting.
Womp womp.
I think at least
Morbid.
as an assist
Oh.
trophy. I don't know
Yeah.
about an actual character, but I mean, he could be like whip you with that string and then
Yeah.
like flip around or something like that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Making pillows pop
Uh-huh.
out you.
Whip it real good.
Da, 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 da. Okay.
Yeah, I think he. I don't know how likely as an assist trophy, but as like a collectible trophy or like a sticker or something, if they have those in this again, uh, I'd say that's pretty likely.
He was a pretty aggressive character from what I saw from your
Mhm.
playthrough. I mean, he was kind of like one of those little scrappy do kind of characters.
Yeah.
That's true. Anybody have anything else to add?
I'm hungry.
I
You know what? I am a little bit too.
am too.
Me too.
Let's all go out for pancakes.
Okay.
Nice.
Your treat.
What? Huh?
What?
That's it, everyone. Everyone, YouTube, everyone's invited for pancakes. Brit's paying.
Pancakes. What? No! We gotta go Dutch.
Oh my goodness.
Everybody
does that
pays
mean?
for themselves.
She'll pay with the goldfish that she caught in
Uh-huh.
Disneyland.
Disney, yeah. I actually managed to catch it on recording today. I'm happy about that.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
But
nice.
I digress.
Nice. But you said let's go Dutch. I've heard that term before. What does that mean?
It means like you just pay for yourself and the other person pays for themselves and whoever else is there pays, you know.
Free for all nerds, basically.
I see.
Like you pay for you, I pay for me, he pays for him, she pays for her. We all just pay for our own stuff. I ain't need no man to pay for me.
Damn right, girl.
Unless my dad offers and he can pay for me.
Jeez.
Daddy!
All right. Well,
Pancakes on Brit's dad.
Oh my god.
Thank you,
Oh,
Dad.
he's gonna be
Okay.
mad.
anybody, is there anything else to add to the end of this?
Super stoked, and you should buy it.
Can't wait to go head to head.
First, no.
Smash
no.
Brothers.
Yeah.
Gamersbench.com.
Yeah. And that. Yep. All right, everybody. That is the end of this podcast. Hope you had fun. We had a lot of fun talking about Mario Kart 8 and Super
It was
Smash
awful.
Brothers.
True.
And yeah, we'll see you next time, whenever that is.
When Brit's dad buys us pancakes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there you go.
My dad never said that.
Doesn't have to.